Welcome to Steve's Cottage with Steve Horner. Steve Horner, a former radio talk show host, helps spotlight the source of today's social chaos while offering practical solutions to the problems negatively affecting you and your family. And now, here's Steve.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cottage. It is the Christmas season again. It has rolled around, and now here we are. It's fantastic, isn't it? But I'll tell you one thing about my experiences around this happy holiday season is being an outspoken bachelor like I am who lives alone can sometimes be a gloomy time of year. So I was standing in front of my mirror after brushing my teeth the other day in the bathroom, and I was contemplating some of these gals that I have loved and lost. I was standing there and I was thinking to myself, where did you run to, Kimberly? I miss you, Jean Marie, and I miss you, sweet Connie. Was I all that bad, Joyce? You sorry about our breakup now, Mary Jo? You should have told your spoiled daughters to go to hell, Sherry. You're still the focus of my wild sescapades memories, Paula. I miss your laugh, Ernestine. Always up for adventures. That's Cynthia. And that's Catherine. Where have you all gone to? And so here I am. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. The decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't mean a thing, dears, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue heartaches start calling. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, blue, blue Christmas. Oh yeah, girls, I'll be missing you. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Welcome to Steve's Cottage, everybody. If the cottage is rocking, don't bother knocking. Just come on in. It's so good to have your company. I'm Steve Horner. I am that dirty bastard that shut down ladies' night in over 10 states. Gender-based pricing at places of public accommodation ain't going to happen on my watch. Not while these women are professing that they want equal rights. They ain't going to have favors when it's tits at the bar time. Not on my watch. I hope not on your watch as well. Say, talking about watch, there's an audio-video situation going on with Steve's Cottage. Not all of you are going to be able to get the video. That's because those dirty commie snowflakes at Facebook knocked me off because they said I'm a hater.
YouTube.
I am YouTube. Thank you, sir.
You're on Facebook.
I am on Facebook.
Those dirty commie bastards are letting you on.
Thank you. Thank you.
So please get your dirty commie bastards in order.
Get them in order, right? Yeah. Because we're not all dirty commie bastards, but those at YouTube seem to be, because they called me a hater for no reason. I'm not a hater. I'm a lover. And so they didn't like my speech on the Jew-Hamas situation. And, if you don't agree with YouTube and these commie snowflakes, well, then they have the power to wipe you out, and that's what they did. But I still got the audio over there. I got the Rumble and Facebook, though, if you want video. So if you want the video, you want the good-looking animation of Steve's Cottage here and the lively expressions, then get the audio and the video at Rumble and Facebook. And there's other platforms too, right, Sean?
Yeah, so you're doing shorts now. So you're on Facebook Reels, Instagram. What else? TikTok. You're on the TikTok.
Nice.
Commie bastards at TikTok are letting you stay on.
Wow.
I have a stopwatch to see how long it takes for them to kick you off there.
Well, let's not let them know I'm there. Maybe we'll just be able to hide in the shadows. Who knows? But there you go.
It's called Brett Horner's, Brett Sorner's podcast. That's what we're calling it on there, so they can't find you.
We're going incognito. Well, that's good. No, good plan. That's my main man, Sean, marketer, engineer, promoter, engineer, the whole ball of wax here at Steve's Cottage. Way to go. Well, now, folks, during the last program, I gave you several examples of upcoming program titles. So this week, I thought that I'd put all those titles under one roof called Free Trump. That's the title of this program. And as you know, Trump is a victim of cunts and pussy whip men. And don't misunderstand what I'm talking about with cunts when you go to my book-selling website where my self-authored books are at stevehornerbooks.com, and they are starting to sell, and I'm very happy about that, and thank you. Give me a little nod of approval here at the Cottage. The CUNTS is a acronym standing for Can't Understand Normal Thinking. Oh, don't we know about that in today's society? It's a C period, U period, N period, T period, and it's an S, and the women, oh boy, they have their periods. But we men, we have our exclamation points. We are table thumpers. And when I went to Smith's today to do my grocery shopping, that's a Kroger store, and they get a kick out of me there, and I like doing shopping at Smith's in St. George. That's in St. George, Utah. That's where we're at here with the Cottage. I was wearing the mega hat and this beautiful heavy-duty knit sweater that my brother Buck gave me for Christmas 30 years ago. Still looks great, doesn't it? That's because I take good care of my clothes. And so I was in the veggie department, the fruits and veggies department, and I was sorting through and I was picking up my selections. And this nice-looking woman approaches me and she says, "I've got one of these hats at home. Bravo for you. What I don't like about Trump is he's so combative." And I said, "Lady, how do you think we won World War II without combatants? Telling me that you don't like Trump because he's a combatant is like saying you don't like the sky because it's blue, okay? That's how we don't want another softy like Mitt Romney in there, lady, whom you probably voted for." By this time, she's going, she's white as a ghost, and she slinks away. And I yelled to her, and she goes, "That's why you women like these pussy whip guys that come slobbering on your ankles, and they kiss up to you, and then you kick them in the shins when they become too slobbery, and you say, 'Yeah, be a man.' Hell, these men don't know how to act around any of you, and they should be more of a table-thumping type of guy instead of these pussy whip cowards, and don't pay any attention to you cunts." Well, I didn't lay all that on her. I'm laying that on you, and by this time, she's on the other side of the veggie department. She did slink away. Oh, she goes, "Oh, my." And you know how women go, "Oh, my." And meanwhile, there's about 20 veggie fruit pickers that aren't saying a word, but they're still picking at the same orange, and they're listening, and I didn't get any repercussions from it at all. I think these are the types of messages that America longs for, and if you can get away with it without going to jail, well, I think that we're going to be a lot better for it. And that's why this is called Free Trump, because I want you to support Trump, and I want you to call these attorney generals in New York and Georgia and the newspaper, the Jew-run press, and tell them that, we need to stand up for this most wonderful president of the United States. And so that's why the title of this show is called Free Trump. Yeah. Sing it out, America. He's a victim of these cunts and pussy whip men. Now, one of these titles that will, that encompasses the Free Trump message is cunt coddling. Now, just look what these sentimental, short-sighted cunts have done to parenting. Okay, they've taken the man out of parenting. About 60% of parents around the country, these children are going home to female-headed households. Okay, now with the women who can't understand normal thinking, is it any surprise that these kids aren't graduating and that they aren't doing their homework and they aren't getting enough sleep and they're falling prey to drugs and ultimately jail and to the graveyards? I'll tell you, none of their policies make any sense at all. Public education, look at the shambles that's in. Look at the social services. Look at the $3 trillion a year handout that program offers. Elected offices, women get into the elected offices. All of a sudden, their communities are high in crime, high in debt. Illegal immigration. What shambles is that in? Wow. It's the cunts who are running it. It's all busted because these sentimental cunts are victims of their own inherent sentimentalism. The cunts fall prey to their inherent wiring, which is, oh, you poor thing, you need favors. Whereas a pragmatic man, you see, like those of us here in the cottage, we are more of the cause and effect wiring. If we do something here, something else will happen over here. And that makes us pragmatic. We are more cause and effect oriented. Well, then along comes the white alpha male, and the cunts shudder. You see, just like that woman did in Smith's today. Oh, my God, I'm not going to listen to this guy anymore. He's scary, you see. We got to get rid of this guy. And I've had cunts tell me that to my face ever since I shut down ladies' night. They can't stand strong men. That's why I say, Free Trump! Yeah! Sing it loud, America. Free that white alpha male from your idiocy and your meanness and your revenge and your need for reparation. Another title under which the Free Trump title can umbrella can represent is cowardly capitalization or cowardly capitalists. Now, the cunts want capitalists who will bend to their whims, you see, such as those who will give them money or extend their their monies to the homeless and to abortion, and to hand out programs. But if you are of the like of Elon Musk over at X, and you want to speak your mind about what you think about Jews and about blacks and about illegal immigration and about women in politics and about handout programs, then that's where they get a little ornery, you see, like the woman at Smith's. Oh, you see? Because they're sentimentalists. It doesn't feel good. They're not pragmatists. Elon Musk says, you go F yourself if you don't want to participate as a sponsor here on X, because I can get along without you, you see? But the cunts don't like the Trump-style capitalists who stand firm in their beliefs through thick and thin. They want softies, and that's where their financial support comes from. Another title under which the free Trump umbrella is appropriate is zombie cunts. They're dead, but they don't know it, and they want you to join them. And if you don't join them, you see, the zombie cunts, they belittle you. They call you names. They mock and harass you. They call you misogynists, you see, and you're not positive, you're negative. You're racist, you're sexist, you're homophobic. You see, these are the zombie cunts who want you to join them. And that's why they hit hard on Donald Trump and his like, because he's a strong force in opposition to their dead end agendas. I say free Trump! Yeah. Another title under which the free Trump umbrella is appropriate is Cunts in Control. Now, these revengeful cunts have finally found their way through the rat hole to be in positions of power as a mayor, as a governor, you see, of various cities and communities and states, you see. And so when they get into those positions of power, like these women who are attorneys general in Georgia and New York, boy, it's revenge time, isn't it? It's reparation time. And that's what they're doing to one of America's finest presidents, simply out of revenge and hate that they hold for the white alpha male Donald Trump, because he threatens their hate and revenge and power and idiocy. He does. And because of the inconsistencies and the hypocrisy and the lies and the anger that all of this bring out in all of us, including and mostly these young children, these young first-generation kids that are coming up, maybe in households with the angry single-parent woman. All they've got to show them in direction, not the school teacher anymore because she's a dope, if she's even showing up to school. We've got the X-rated shows that they have on home in the home box office and the satellites and the cables coming into the homes where the kids are there by themselves, having to fend for themselves. There's no babysitter. There's no adult senior watching over them there. And they see all these inconsistencies, and it goes all the way through the teens and into the young parenthood. They're all wigged out. That's why the suicide rate is high. That's why the drug rate is high. You see? It speaks of today's confusion created by today's cunts, the idiocy, the hate, and the revenge. It's all engineered by those who make a living off of it, usually with public salaries. You see, they can afford to be mean and revengeful and instill that reparation in you and society all day long because they're getting the six-figure reward salaries while we are out there trying to beat the bushes to make a living to feed our families. So they're doing it full time on our dime. Most of America has no idea what's causing all the chaos because, well, it comes right back to you in your mirror. You don't want to get involved. The problem is right there in your bathroom mirror there, Joe. Get involved. It's you, baby, that we're looking forward to, looking to quarterback this team. So that's why we're all wigged out with stress. The confusion and anger of the cunt-styled policies that they create. But we're still too lazy and cowardly to get involved because the cunts have you on a string, don't they, Joe? But Trump's not afraid. He's not afraid to get involved. And that's why the cunts want to beat him down. We want to free Trump! Yeah. We want him loose again on there. We want him to be the next president of the United States. Because we want that swamp drained. We want our children to be free, back in church, to understand the nature of Christmas. We want to bring Christ back into Christmas. You know, I was able to strike up a meaningful, and of course, these kids aren't going to church these days. The moms can't handle them. We need dads back in control to get them to church, to get them to bed at time, to help them eat properly. The moms aren't doing it. They're not wired that way. It's like, oh, you poor thing. Well, sure, you can stay up and watch that. I was enjoying a meaningful email conversation the other day with a professor over at the University of Nevada at Las Vegas, UNLV. His name is Michael Green, and we were talking about this and that, and he wrote an article which caught my attention about the nature of the Old West, and I said, Michael, that's not the way the Old West appeared to me as I was growing up in Minnesota. And he understood what I was saying, and I understood where some of his the shortcomings of some of his story lay. And he says, I think maybe I did present that wrong. Well, we were able to be constructive about life and society. And I said, well, if it wasn't for you liberal professors, well, he took exemption to that. And he said, I'd like you to tell my co-partners and co-professors that they're all liberal, because they're not. They're all conservative. I said, that is such a big bunch of bullshit. I said, that's like the lady at Smith's. That's like telling me that you like the sky, except if it was not blue. Of course, professors are liberal. All teachers are, not all, 99% of them vote Democrat. Of course, they're liberal. Well, he didn't want anything to do with that, and so when the shooting happened last week over at UNLV and 3 professors were killed and 1 wounded, he says, I don't have time to deal with you anymore, Horner. He says, the trauma is too rich. I wrote back and I said, well, the trauma was pretty rich on me too back in Vietnam as an infantryman, but nobody seemed to give a shit about that back then. Well, he didn't have anything to say, but certainly it's a shame that these people were killed. But I says it's inevitable. It's not a gun problem. It's a behavior problem. It is kind of funny because it's gotten to be so ludicrous. It's like watching Larry and Curly of the Three Stooges prop a half-full pail of water on a partially open door, knowing that Moe's going to come through and have a clank on his head. Just the anticipation of the whole thing is funny. So, of course, these shootings are going to continue to happen. We have the 3 liberal cunts who are presidents over at MIT and the University of Pennsylvania and Harvard. And you see, they're stupid. They don't understand that Jews are liberal. They were headed by Karl Marx, but they've been inculcated and sold a bill of goods that these Jews are conservative. And so because Donald Trump is part of the conservative party, these cunts don't want to deal with them. And that's why they've allowed this anti-Semitism on their universities, which has gotten all 3 of the cunts into serious hot water because they're stupid. You see? And yet we keep electing them into powers of position. It's pretty bizarre, ladies and gentlemen. And why we keep doing it and why we keep pressing on it, I don't know. But I say what we need to do right now is to free Trump! Get him back into a position where he can be our president again. Because people are being led astray, and we need to know that we need that swamp drained. And of course, Biden knows. Biden knows which side of the bread is buttered. He knows the Jews are liberal. He's a liberal. They pay his way in the campaigns here, you see? So, we have to understand that the liberal press run by the Jews is a liberal press, and it's not working for anybody. And if you come over to my house in St. George at Spanish Palms HOA, I'll show you this beautiful picture of Santa Claus hanging on the cross, drawn by my son JJ, who is about as excellent of an artist as my son Paul and some of these other great artists. And he's got this watercolor with pen portraying Santa Claus without his shirt on, and he's got his pants on, and he's hanging in effigy, and he's got his head up to heaven, and he's saying, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." Let's bring Christ back into Christmas. Well, I'm Steve Horner. Thank you for joining me here at the Cottage. Next time you're trying to get to the top of that mountain, get off the well-traveled trail, get on the less traveled trail, and it'll be more rewarding for you and provide better memories. Come back here and see me again.
Thanks for joining us. Visit Steve's Cottage again with Steve Horner.